The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has finally suspended its 3-month-old industrial action. ASU National Chairman Biodun Ogunyemi announced the suspension hours after a meeting between delegates of the union and representatives of the federal government. Warning that the group will not hesitate to embark on another strike, Ogunyemi urged the federal government not to go back on the agreements reached at the meeting. He was speaking at the NLC complex where he broke the news of the suspension of the industrial action. It's been 3 months of total shutdown of Nigerian universities. Government and university teachers have been unable to reach an agreement on a number of issues affecting tertiary education in the country. After both parties shifted grounds, they eventually agreed to some terms on Thursday, which led to this announcement.
NEC resolved that the current strike action by the union should be suspended conditionally with effect from 12:01 a.m. on Friday, 8 February 2019. However, should government fail to fulfill its part of the agreement as reflected in the 2019 Memorandum of Action, ASU will resume its suspended strike action as the union deems necessary.
Calling off this strike is important to the success of the February 16 presidential election. Many members of ASU are to assist the Independent National Electoral Commission to conduct the polls. Many tertiary university students have complained of disenfranchisement because they registered in their schools and will not be able to vote because of the strike. Minister of Labour and Employment Chris Ngige said the government has bent backwards to resolve the lingering educational challenges and promised that the government is ready to abide by the accord.
Today, we have trashed out all the 8 contending issues that led to the withdrawal of services by the teachers in our universities. Some of the items have even been implemented. We have also the issue of shortfalls in the Nigerian universities, for which I told you earlier that government had released a sum of 16 billion. 15.384 is for universities and the others for other tertiary institutions. Shortfall in terms of salaries, and the vice chancellors have acknowledged receipt of those funds.
Why strike? The question has been asked time and time again. Why does ASU like embarking on strike action that causes disruption and dislocation in the universities? However, ASU is strongly convinced that if academics fail to fight the cause of university education, the fate that befell public primary and secondary schools will soon become the lot of the public university system in Nigeria.
For now, the doors of Nigerian universities are open again. But for how long is the difficult question to answer. Annetta Felix, TV360, Nigeria.